In this lesson, we will create the creature's toe bones and mirror its leg. I'd like to start by saying that there is a faster way to access our tools. If I were to go ahead and Alt-right-click, you'll see that my Animate Quad menu might look slightly different from yours. You can see I have several tools here that I can access very quickly, and thankfully in 3ds Max this is very easy to do. You simply head over to Customize User Interface, and then underneath your Quads tab, here's where you can access all of those quad menus. So in my case, I chose Animation, and then in your commands list, you can simply go ahead and find any tool that you'd like to add to this list. So if we wanted to find our bone tools, you can see I've added it here. Simply go to our commands list. We can press the B key until we get to that section and scroll down until we have managed to find our bone tools. And then it's just a matter of dragging and dropping. So here it is. If you'd like to remove an item, you'd simply go ahead and right-click and choose Delete Menu Item. Take a look, we can also work with separators. So if we want to create sections to organize this list, we can. And then once you're finished, you can go ahead and save all of these changes by choosing Save at the bottom. You can see here I have a file saved, my UI directory named Custom Anim. So it's as simple as that. That way we can always load in that menu. Alright, so you might consider doing this for your quad menus, just going in and creating a way to access tools a bit faster. So now, in order to get to bone tools, it's just a matter of Alt-right-clicking. Now we can go ahead and grab our bone tools. Alright, great. Let's go ahead and choose Create Bones, and we'll move over to our side view. From here, we'll go ahead and create just one bone object along the toe. Great. And now, right-clicking to exit bone mode, we can now move back to our perspective view and take a look at our chain. So what we want is for this bone to be aligned to our foot bone. That way it's going to always be on the same plane, so as the foot starts to rotate up, we'll get some really nice deformations in the toes. They'll remain planted. Alright, so with this bone object selected, let's go ahead and press Alt-A and we'll click on our foot bone. We'll make sure we align in position and orientation, so all 6 should be checked. We'll now choose OK. You can see that the bone object is rather large. We might want to drop its size. Let's go to the Modify panel. Let's go ahead and start to drop the width and height. Looks like about a value of 1 would work out well. So I'll use that for the width and height. Great. Now it's easy to select between the two objects. Let's go ahead and get rid of the snub object so we can refresh it. So I'll go ahead and remove it. We'll go ahead and grab our root. And now we'll choose Create End. With this snub still selected, let's say we go ahead and grab Bone Edit Mode, and we'll go ahead and translate this to the end of the nail. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this coordinate system here to local. So we'll move the snub locally down our chain. There we have it. Alright, let's go ahead and exit Bone Edit Mode. We'll press Page Up to get back to our root bone, and now let's go ahead and press Control Page Down so we can grab the entire chain and clone it. Press Control V. We'll now choose OK. Okay, locally, let's go ahead and move this over in our Z-axis. And now we can go ahead and grab just the root and start to rotate this locally so that we have it match the angle of this toe. That looks good. From here, we can go ahead and grab our nub, choose Bone Edit Mode, grab our Move tool, and we'll go ahead and move this to the end of the nail. Alright, very nice. So let's go ahead and now exit Bone Edit Mode. We'll go ahead and grab our root bone. Again, we'll press Control Page Down and press Control V to copy this. Let's now go ahead and choose OK. Let's switch our Move Tools coordinate system to World. It'll be a lot easier for us to make sure that this bone is on the same plane as our foot bone by translating it over according to our world system. Alright, so that looks good. I might go ahead and translate it forward in the y-axis a bit more. I'm keeping track of the topology to make sure that, again, when we're ready to test our foot roll, these bones will rotate from the right place. Great. Alright, so from here we'll grab our rotate tool, we'll select our root, and we can go ahead and start to rotate this in place. We can now go ahead and grab the nub object, choose bone edit mode, and now let's go ahead and move this locally. Great, so we'll place it again right at the end of the nail. That looks good. Okay, so now that we have our bone objects in place, we can go to make sure that they're all going to be linked to our foot bone. We've done this step already in the previous volume, so we're just taking a slightly different approach here, but more or less this is the same. Let's go ahead and grab our link tool. We'll make sure to link over to our foot bone. Excellent. Alright, so from here, with those roots still selected, remember it's always a good idea to go ahead and freeze your transforms. So I'm going to press Control Page Down, Alt right click and freeze. That way if they ever shift out of place, we can quickly bring them back. It's a good time to go ahead and start renaming these now. So let's go ahead and start with the bone object closer to the right foot. And we could always name this BN L toe underscore A01. I'll go ahead and copy that. We'll go to the nub, and that will be BE L toe A01. Alright, fantastic. So we'll go ahead and name the others alphabetically. We'll go ahead and grab the one in the center, and this one is going to be renamed to BN L toe B01. Let's go ahead and copy that name to rename the nub. And that's going to be BE toe B01. So I'll go ahead and leave the other one up to you. Remember, that's going to be toe C. So what I'll do is pause the video and get that renamed. Now that each bone object has been renamed, we're ready to mirror this chain. So remember, a fast way to do this is to go in and create a helper. So I'll go ahead and grab a point helper. And once it's been added, we can now go ahead and Shift A align to our thigh. Alright, so once the position has been aligned, let's go ahead and switch our coordinate system to world mode. And that'll show us the value we need to flip. So in this case, we need to go ahead and flip this value of positive 4.9. I'll simply add the negative operation. Beautiful stuff. So now what we can do is go ahead and grab our thigh bone here. We'll press Control Page Down. Let's grab our bone tools. And now what we can do is go ahead and choose Mirror. Excellent. So if we have an offset value in here, we can always go ahead and choose OK, just to make sure we shift the chain over. Enough so that when we grab our root, we can very easily quick align to our helper by using Shift A. Alright, great. So take a look. We have this really clean mirror now. And now it's just a matter of making sure that all of our bone objects are stored in the skeleton layer that we've made. So a fast way to do that, because we need to take care of this chain and all of our toes, so a fast way to do that is to just go in, grab both roots, press Control Page Down, highlight the skeleton layer, and just choose Add. Alright, great. We could also get rid of this point helper now, and then we can go through, make sure that all of our chains are frozen as we've done before, make sure that all of these have been renamed. So on the right side you can see that we have the suffix mirrored that we'll have to get rid of. And we'll also need to change our L's to R's. So let's go ahead and make sure we do that, and that will be it for this lesson. In the next lesson we'll work on adding inverse kinematics to our legs.